Have you ever wondered who the richest person in history was? It wasn't a tech billionaire or an oil tycoon from our time. His name was Mansa Musa, and his wealth was so immense it's almost impossible to calculate. But his story is so much more than just gold. It's a tale of faith, ambition, and a legacy that transformed the continent. Welcome back to our channel, and today we journeying back to the 14th century to uncover the incredible story of the Golden King of Mali. Our story begins in West Africa in the sprawling Mali Empire, a kingdom built on the rich gold deposits along the Niger River. At its peak, this empire was one of the largest and most prosperous on earth, and its ruler was a man whose name would echo through the ages, Mansa Musa I. But how did Musa become emperor? His path to the throne was anything but ordinary. The previous ruler, Abu-Bakr II, was an explorer obsessed with the great unknown. He was convinced there was land beyond the vast Atlantic Ocean, and so he assembled a fleet of hundreds, maybe even thousands of ships, and set sail into the horizon, leaving his deputy Musa in charge. Abu-Bakr and his fleet were never seen again. Just like that, Mansa Musa found himself at the head of a colossal empire, a kingdom practically overflowing with gold. For years, Musa ruled his empire quietly, consolidating its power and expanding its borders. But the world beyond Africa knew little of him or the incredible wealth of Mali. That was all about to change in the year 1324. As a devout Muslim, Mansa Musa decided to undertake the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. But this would be no ordinary journey. This was a pilgrimage that would go down in history as one of the most spectacular displays of wealth ever witnessed. Imagine a caravan stretching for miles across the Sahara desert. Not just a few dozen people, but an entire city on the move. Tens of thousands of soldiers for protection, thousands of attendants and slaves, and a seemingly endless train of camels. The sheer scale was mind-boggling. But it was what they were carrying that left everyone speechless. Gold. More gold than anyone had ever seen in one place. Historians tell us there were at least 100 camels, each one loaded with hundreds of pounds of pure gold dust. There were servants who walked ahead of Musa, each carrying a staff made of solid gold. This wasn't just a king traveling. This was a statement. This was Mansa Musa showing the world the power and prestige of the Mali Empire. As his golden procession made its way across Africa, Musa's generosity became legendary. In every city he passed through, from the bustling markets of his own empire to the ancient streets of Cairo, he left a trail of gold. He gave alms to the poor, showering them with handfuls of gold dust. He funded the construction of new mosques every Friday, the holy day of Islam. His charity was so extravagant, so overwhelmingly generous, that it had an unforeseen consequence. When the caravan reached Cairo, the heart of the Mamluk Sultanate, Musa continued his lavish spending. He gave away so much gold to the city's officials, merchants, and common people that he completely flooded the market. Think about that for a moment. One man gave away so much wealth that he single-handedly caused the value of gold in Cairo to plummet. The regional economy was thrown into chaos and didn't recover for more than a decade. It's just the only time in recorded history that one individual personally destabilized an entire region's economy through sheer charity. But don't mistake Mansa Musa for just a man who liked to show off his riches. His pilgrimage was a deeply spiritual journey, but it was also a strategic one. He was a man of incredible vision. His journey wasn't just about giving away gold. It was also about bringing back something far more valuable: knowledge. On his return journey to Mali, he didn't travel alone. He had spent his time in Mecca and other great Islamic cities recruiting the brightest minds of his generation. He brought back architects, scholars, poets, and scientists from across the Islamic world. He understood that true power wasn't just in gold, but in culture, education, and innovation. His primary project was to transform his own cities into world-class centers of learning. Timbuktu, once a remote trading post, was reborn under his patronage. He commissioned the legendary Djingueber Mosque, a masterpiece of Sahelian architecture that still stands today, designed by the famed architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili, whom he had met on his Hajj. But his greatest achievement was arguably the establishment of the University of Sankara. He filled its libraries with books from all over the world, creating one of the most extensive collections of knowledge in Africa. Scholars, students, and scientists flocked to Timbuktu. The city became a vibrant crossroads where ideas about mathematics, astronomy, law, and literature were exchanged. Under Musa's rule, the Mali Empire became not just rich in gold, but rich in intellect and culture. When Mansa Musa died around the year 1337, he left behind a legacy that transcended material wealth. News of his incredible pilgrimage and the riches of Mali had spread like wildfire. Arab historians meticulously documented his journey. European cartographers began to draw him on their maps of Africa, a powerful black king, crowned and holding a golden orb, a symbol of his immense power. For centuries, he was the face of Africa to the outside world. His story became a legend, whispered in the courts of Europe and the bazaars of the Middle East. Even today, centuries later, his name is synonymous with unimaginable wealth. He is still, by many estimates, the richest human being who has ever lived. But as we look back, Mansa Musa's story teaches us a powerful lesson. His legacy isn't just about the gold he gave away. It's about what he built. The Mali Empire eventually faded, as all empires do. But the mosques, the libraries, and the centers of learning he established endured. The legend he created inspired generations. His story reminds us that true wealth, the kind that lasts, is not what you have, but what you create. It's about ambition guided by faith, generosity that builds communities, and the vision to invest in knowledge. Mansa Musa's golden pilgrimage was more than a journey to Mecca. It was a journey that put his empire on the map and left an indelible mark on history, proving that the most powerful legacy is one that builds, teaches, and inspires. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. What do you find most fascinating about Mansa Musa's story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories from history. We'll see you in the next one.